Oh, well, welcome. Wait. What does that always say? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Or maybe I should say, hello. I think some of you all secretly miss him. So, hello. Anyway, hello, everybody. I couldn't find my phone before I started. I was like, this is awkward. The phone was right here. I had set a plate on top of it. Okay. All right. Let's get started, shall we? Uh, are there any moderators? There's got to be moderators. Where's the mod squad? I guess there aren't any moderators. Well, they'll be along. I had changed the start time, but let's see how we go here. Yeah, there's some moderators here. I think so, Lucy. There's got to be moderators. All right. Anyway, that's enough of all that who shot John. Let's just get started, shall we? So, I was trying to decide, do we talk about that? Don't we talk about that? Do we talk about that? And I guess well, let me see. Let me see. I mean, it is news and it's going to be news. So I see no reason why we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're going to remain current, right? Oh, by the way, hello everybody. I'm not going to go through the greetings today if you guys don't mind. I'm just going to press on. Let me see. Because I know Ann is coming up soon, and then Sherry and Sade. And I wanted to start a little later, but when I saw that Ann was scheduled, I was just like, oh Lord, let me just go ahead, ready or not. Um, so okay. Um, Let me get my slide here. Oh wait, that's not the one. I don't want that one. Slide for today. Oh, good God, this coffee is delicious. All right. Oh, by the way, it is October, so it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As discussed sooner, if you need more information about it, you can simply go online, talk to your physician. Louis Mountbatten, deceased Royal Lord Louis Mountbatten, set to be named in court as alleged. I don't want to say the word. As alleged, that's all I will say is alleged. It is alleged. One, sorry, John Garcia. One can say, I mean, this has been brewing for some time, right? But it was like one of those things that nobody wanted to touch, right? Lord Louis Mountbatten. It is even said that the FBI has a dossier about him because they thought that with him being such a high ranking individual, that he might be a bit of a security risk. Now, he was the last viceroy of India, and he and his wife Edwina were said to be quite the swingers, if you will, right? They were supposed to have had a very uh, interesting romantic life. Well, from some of the things that I saw in the past about him, that he found refuge in Northern Ireland because there were easy pickings. As I say with a tone of uh-huh in my voice. Oh, what is that, Joan Commonwealth? Or can I buy a vow to accompany the alleged? Uh, well, so as you know, one thing about Britain that I have always found fascinating is that there was never, ever such thing as an old case or anything that wasn't still relevant. I was always amazed at how in Britain they seem to go back forever when it comes to some of those cases of like this and other things. And I can't help but think that this is another post Queen Elizabeth thing that will rock the monarchy and probably so much of the UK government, because it has also been alleged time and time again that so many people in the House of Lords, among the aristocracy, have engaged in similar behavior. There were people who tried to come forward in years past only for them to, lose their confidence in the 11th hour when it was time to really talk about it. They did not want to talk about it. I've seen a couple of documented cases about that. By the way, someone sent me a Cash App today. I won't say the name because I don't think you use that name on the social media, but MLT, thank you so much for the Cash App. I'm sorry, not Cash App, PayPal. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy, what is today? Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. Okay, greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, so I dance around it carefully because, well, I just feel like I should. And really, I'm sorry if I laugh about this, but I'm just it's kind of like a finally, they're going to give it. I mean, they didn't even talk about it in the Crown, which would have been, really cool if they did, because it's part of the history. There's Why would so many people say these things if there wasn't something to it? And the United States found him to be a security risk. Audrey Teschner has a super chat. Audrey says, Baron and Squatties, bless Sunday to you all. Thanks for accommodating our time zone. Oh, really? Well, I'm glad this works out for you. I am very glad this works out for you. And thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Or Monday, is it for you? Might even be Monday for you. Okay, so as I dance around this issue, what could I say? It is finally getting some daylight. So the Independent, i.e., I'm not sure what that means, but I see the harp, so I suppose this is either Ireland or Northern Ireland. I don't know which one exactly. Huh. Anyway, it says deceased royal Lord Mountbatten set to be named in court as the alleged, right? The accuser of the alleged at Belfast boys' home to be made to be made in court against the late Queen's second cousin. You guys know they're all cousins, right? Um, well, actually, uh, Philip is the Queen's cousin, twice removed or once or something like that. I don't know. But that was her cousin. But it doesn't end there, because even Omid Scobie And when Omid chimes in about it, then I think there's a greater likelihood that something is official because Omid wouldn't even talk about it if it wasn't something to it. So this is why I depend on Omid so much. Not that Omid is the end all be all, but it's just that when the stories come out, he just seems to be one of the first people to talk about it, which is always really cool. So where are we at here? Oh, nope, that's not it. Let me do that again. I'd rather go with Omid's version of it. Okay. Oh, well, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this because, or do I want to use that one? Let me think about that. Connie Balmer! Thank you, Connie Balmer. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex and being a member. Happy Sunday to you. So, oh, well, let me try this again. Ah, through allegations have long I'm sorry, though allegations have long circulated, this is the first time accusations of that word abuse against Lord Mountbatten, King Charles' great uncle, will be aired in court. Statements from law firm acting on behalf of accuser uh, Arthur Smith or Smythe? I'm always when they throw that Y in there, maybe it's Smythe. Arthur Smythe. I remember there was a furniture store, John M. Smith, and then they would say, or do you say Smythe? Now, see, if they didn't say that on that commercial, now I wouldn't be confused. Who said there was an institutional cover up? Yes, there has been an institutional cover up because there are so many people who have brought up these allegations over the years and no one has talked about them. So good on Omid, who has the actual court or law firm document. Right there, it says statement on Arthur Smythe. We act on behalf of Arthur Smythe, or is it Smith? Oh my God. Anyway, why did they have to do this with me today? A survivor of historic institutional in the 1970s, East Belfast. Okay, so Northern Ireland. Last month, we issued pre-action letter to claim against a number of institutions, including Business Services Organization, Belfast Health and Social Care Trust, Secretary of State, Chief Constable of PSNI, and Department of Health alleging negligence and breach of duty of care in relation to Arthur's time spent in Concordia and North Road Children's Home when he was a young boy. Ooh. Okay. And so with that, I think I'm done. I'm gonna hmm. I'll put it in the community tab. How's that? I'll make sure I post this in the community tab with all the other stuff that I haven't posted yet. Uh-huh. Okay, so the last paragraph says it's been an incredibly difficult journey for our client to reach this point in his life where he feels confident enough to make his case and to do so in a public forum. He and his family will require much needed support on the next stages of their legal battle. I wish him well. He deserves closure. So, again, this is just one person, but there have been many people who have alleged, not just with Lord Mountbatten, but with several other people in government, and it's very much like that other big case with oh gosh, what's his name? Savile. It's like the Savile case, hiding in plain sight, and The true numbers are staggering, but yet, um, through a, um, I guess, a conspiracy of silence, none of these cases ever make it to court. And then what happened? Well, Savile died before anything could be made of it. And it was even said that one of the reasons why Louis Mountbatten's life was cut short was because of the disdain that people had for him for, not only the fact that he was a member of the royal family or so closely related, or not only that he, and why was he living in Northern Ireland? That's the question. Why was he living in Northern Ireland? I mean, there's plenty fine places that one could live right there in Britain, but it was said that it was easy pickings in Northern Ireland. That was just one of the rumors that was out there, is that there were easy pickings in Northern Ireland because it was close to the UK, right? And under the it was easier to operate under the radar, it has been alleged. That's it. So, as I dance around this carefully, so there's Louis, and there's Edward the Eighth, was it? The Queen's uncle that abdicated. There's Edward in the tub with Louis Mountbatten, a photo that has always made me quite suspicious. I'm sorry, or is it suspect? But anyway, I found it interesting. And there's another one that I couldn't find in time for today that is equally bizarre. But there you have it. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. So again, um, oh, Iris Demonia says the royal family needs to be saved and delivered and be baptized in Jesus' name. No sprinkle, sprinkle. If it's not too late for them, if it's not too late. But yes, I agree. They need an intervention. Let me see. Yes, Sonia Johnson, there's that. And then there was that rumor about that trip that they took to Canada that time. And if you remember, when I say they, I'll let you figure out who I'm talking about. But there was a trip by some people from the UK to Canada some years ago. And there is this, I don't know if it's an urban legend or a rumor, that some kids disappeared, never to be seen again. I've heard that story about here and there. So interesting, right? 7:50 p.m. in Ghana? Really? Okay. Um, and hello to you, Deborah Debbie. Okay, so I have him and Hod my way through this. I think I'm satisfied. Let me see. Oh, and here's a video showing a group of passengers at Dublin Airport singing a pro IRA chant is condemned as disgraceful by politicians. You guys, things are happening, and they are happening fast. They are happening fast. I don't know what it is about the Queen's passing that suddenly it has let slip the veil. Down comes all of the restrictions that was held in place by this obligation to be nice to, um, and I know this isn't Britain, but um, be nice to Britain's grandmother. And now that she's gone, people are, it just seems like the world over that the people are saying what they've been feeling. Now, it's not to say that this wouldn't have happened if the Queen was alive, but there's there is a new unification of Ireland movement taking place right now. And it is going to happen because for the first time in a long time, Catholics, there are more Catholics in Northern Ireland than there has been for quite some time. The numbers are on their side. And so within our lifetime, we are going to see a unified Ireland. The entire Irish Isles will be um, unified. The walls are coming down. All it took was to put Charles on the throne, and suddenly what's up is down, and so on and so on. Let's see, Baron, perhaps there was some deal in place, but as soon as she died, all the walls fell down. Yeah, I believe that to be true. I believe some people were hesitant because, as they have quite often weaponized the Queen's age um, against people. And of course, let us not forget the Queen went to Northern Ireland, and people thought that that was something that would never happen. But she went there and she was very gracious and respectful. And she won over a lot of the diehard people that would have never welcomed her in the past. But the streets were empty. They made sure that there was no, threats or no heckling or anything like that. And so it was kind of like Nixon going to China. Only Nixon could have done that. God, am I showing my age? Only the Queen could have done that. So, um, yeah, there you have it. All right. So, with that, are you guys ready for my are you ready for my body language expertise? Cuz I have been practicing. I have been practicing and I am ready to delve into the body language of both of the Prince and Princess of Wales's, if that's correct. But remember not so long ago there were all these articles about Kate ready to lead. Kate is ready to queen. Kate, 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 Kate. Kate is so ready for the throne. Kate is what's going to save. Kate is going to save the British monarchy. Not a good look for King Charles and his alleged or actual and brother and now Charles co-ops Archie's fourth birthday for coronation. Children as hunger targets. Thank you, ODSW, for keeping it real. All right. So, oh, wait, let me get my slides. All of that, and I don't even have the slides up. Okay, Kate's body language. It is rather bizarre. And of course, William and Kate together, too. So let us not neglect to mention that. All right, right. Here we go. So, just so you guys know, the whole rest of the show is going to be Kate's body language. So, if you guys need to jump off for any reason, I understand. But if not, there she is, poor overly hair extensioned, very droopy. As you can see, Kate's power seems to come from that little clutch that she's always carrying, right? Without that clutch, notice how her arms have gone limp. Notice how the back of her hands are leading her in her walk toward whoever. But if you notice that, that means that Kate is obviously greatly insecure. Notice that her posture is somewhat slumped. As I say that, look at me sitting up in the chair. Her posture is somewhat slumped, and her hands don't seem to know what to do. Those gnarly, bony little hands are leading her with the back of her hands, guiding her toward her prey or whatever the person is. And as you can see, that left thumb is looking for the clutch. You see that? Her left thumb is trying to find her clutch, but the clutch is not there. I think as a demonstration of her newfound confidence, having driven the Sussexes out of Narnia, allegedly, she has found a way to try to look confident. So they've given her big shoulder pads, which seems to have taken her over, and the poor thing is a little insecure right now. Cambridge Curls, the no lie Royal Relaxer. Baron has been using Cambridge Curl, and and it is she's been using Cambridge Curl, and it's grown her hair out, or it's actually helping to hold those extensions in place. Yeah, and it's also made her much lighter. I think so. That's the magic of Cambridge Girls. And then here, I found this old receipt. So in April, calm enjoyment, followed by barrier with clutch bag, which she has done quite often, and then rapid finger inner what is that, inner tension. So they're saying that that second photo from the left, she's using the clutch as a barrier. She always uses the clutch as a barrier. What's in the clutch? Why does she even bother with the clutch? But she's using the clutch as a barrier. And then, of course, and you can't say the clutch is a fashion statement because most bags that she ever carried are the most forgettable item in her entire wardrobe. They never mention her handbag ever. And then the pink coat, that is supposed to be splayed arms, newfound confidence. Is it really newfound confidence? I mean, she's still carrying a clutch, ain't she? She's still carrying a clutch. So how confident could she be? That's just all a bunch of hooey. And then, of course, the intense eye gaze. Well, the intense eye gaze, that's because she has that a bit of a rogue eye. So you don't know if she's really looking at William or if she's just actually noticing the top of his head again. I say she's caught a glare off the top of his head. So there she is, wearing one of her wannabe Meghan outfits. And now I bet you that's kind of an expensive handbag, but you would never notice it because nobody cared. She has that handbag, and that handbag, the way she's carrying it, you could tell that she thought that that handbag was going to push her over the top in the fashion world. And yet nobody noticed, nobody cared. And you know why? Because Kate's carrying the handbag. And right there, it all of a sudden made the bag dull, right? So if you notice, look at her left hand. Look at her left hand. Didn't they just say that Kate has a newfound confidence, but yet her left hand says, "Oh my God, I wish I wasn't here." You see that? Look at her left hand. There's nobody with her. She's not gesturing or making a point. She's doing this big photo op and she's grossly insecure. So wherever they think she is now, she's not there yet. They know she's not there yet. And so again, she has that prop, a designer handbag, which nobody even knows what it is because nobody bothered to look. Lynette Roberts, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and thank you for being here on a Sunday. You could have been anywhere, and you chose to be here with us, so I greatly appreciate it. And also, thank you for being a member and for watching Royal Sussex. So check out the handbag. Check out that left hand. Grossly insecure. The mean girl who used that rather bizarre display of intimidation with the Duchess of Sussex, I think she was feeding off the vibe in the crowd, right? I think that maybe she was feeding off the vibe from that new image person that they hired. But whatever it was, that display of aggression was only because she felt secure on her home turf and she felt the momentum of the hostility that was being used against the Sussexes. But otherwise, she's still that very timid, shy person that is in over her head and shouldn't be there. And she knows it. That's why that hand is all drawn in. See how her hand is all pulled in tight? Because she's afraid. She's the one that's afraid. She wants everybody else to be afraid, but she's the one that's afraid. See, this body language stuff, see how easy it is? Anybody could do it. Look at me. TP says, I think she's still good at she's still good at it to dress up as a princess of Wales and not like her mother-in-law had a courage to face to job without Prince Charles at the time. Yeah, you know what? Princess Diana was better at being a princess away from Charles than with Charles because she got no support from him. Charles had so much contempt for Diana toward the end that it was just so much better for Diana's sake to go it alone. She was always stronger by herself. Charles was just like a burden because you always have to worry about his very frail nerves when it comes to dealing with the public because he was so sensitive to the fact that people really were not there to see him. And in crowds, they could actually hear people say, "Oh, crap, she's on the other side of the street." You know, they didn't want to see Charles. They wouldn't have had as big of crowds if it wasn't for Princess Diana. So let me see. She's mean and insecure. William no longer desires her and allegedly has a couple of mistresses, all of which is alleged, and she is not intelligent. She's a product of stage mother Middleton. Yes, mediocre Middleton is a product of stage mother Middleton. Now, right here, take a look at that. Take a look at how close they are. I am being sarcastic when I say that. I can never get past this photo. This is when they went up to Scotland, and Scotland asked them not to come. That's when they met with Gordon Brown. And of course, they were criticized as acting politically by having a conversation with Gordon Brown. But yeah, this is a display of their closeness. Again, I'm being sarcastic. They seem to be two people adrift in different directions. They're on different boats adrift at sea. Um, you don't have to really be an I don't know who is an expert. I think it's junk science, this whole body language thing. But if you notice there's no connection between the two of them. They have been trying to pass them off as being this loving couple lately. And I just want to pull out a few receipts to remind people that nothing could be further from the truth. They didn't all of a sudden feel this togetherness because the queen died. If anything, far from it. They know what the prize is, and they have their eye on the prize. Kate's not going anywhere because she has been wanting this position for quite some time, as evident by this campaign of hers to be seen as the next queen, even though Camilla is in between. But to see herself as the next queen. But first, you have to make it to the coronation. And so, if there was any place else that William would like to be, or anyone else he would like to be with, wink, wink, now is the time to make your move. I'm not guiding his thoughts, by the way. I'm just saying that now is the time to consider things, right? That's right, Joan Garcia. Even Stevie Wonder can see they are not a close couple. Okay. Now, here on the left, when nobody's looking, when there's an assumption of privacy, as you can see, there's trouble in paradise. But once the cameras are rolling, once they know the cameras are obviously rolling, take a look at how gleeful they are. Look at that big crap eating grin that William got. Oh, he's rubbing his hands. Oh, I can't wait to be with her so we can go over there and pet those goats. And then Kate does what she does best. She put on that big grin of her own. And then there's this. Oh, receipts, receipts. The couple gave each other a loving look at the, let me see. Car, okay, let me see that one. Let me pull that one down. On the green carpet. Oh, that's right. Instead of a red carpet, it was a green carpet. The couple gave each other a loving look on the green carpet as they headed to the inaugural awards. Now, that was the inaugural awards for the Earth Flop. And if you notice, take a look at that. Now, I promise you guys, I'm not making that up. Look at the bottom of the photo on the left. Now, I lifted the caption and put it there larger so that you could actually see it. They said that this was a loving glance. They looked upon each other with love, a loving look. He's looking down at the green carpet and she's looking across the street. Across the street. As that sound like some kind of country solicitor. He's looking across the street at the lack of crowd. See the green carpet on the left? Well, actually, you can't see it in that photo. But if you take a look in the background, there's that family of four that were on their way to Waitrose. That was the only crowd that was surrounding the entrance to the Earth Flop. That's what Kate is looking at. Kate's like, you had me dress up for this? Where's the people? Why does this remind me of Ann Baxter in the Ten Commandments? I told you to bring me Moses' heart, or was it his head? Before you strike, where's Moses? That's the look she has. That's that Ann Baxter look from that's the Ann Baxter look from the Ten Commandments. I thought you said there would be a crowd. Where's the crowd? There's a family of four with a pram. Where's the crowd? I thought this was a big event. I could be on a couch right now eating crisp, but instead you have me down here at this non-event with a family of four people gawking at us. And I'm sure in her mind she's saying, you do know there's more reporters and security than there are onlookers. So he's doing his best imitation of the Mitchum Roll-On bottle. I don't know, when I saw him, all I could think of was Mitchum. And then, of course, she's wearing her little Duchess on the Prairie dress. So the whole event was a big flop. It was a big flop. Um, Nobody was interested. Nobody cared. But isn't that typical for anything that they do? The only way that they can draw a crowd is if they can get Meghan and Harry attached to it in some kind of way. So take a look there. Ash Sarkar, you may have seen her on Good Morning Britain or you may have seen her on Tisky Sour and or Novara Media. She says right there, Oprah, get Kate on the blower. Her eyes tell me she's got some stuff to say. Oh, and that was yet another one of those occasions where they said that there was some type of loving exchange. Like right there, catching her eye, Prince William looking up and shared a knowing look with wife Kate. Well, knowing what? Knowing it's almost over? What do they know? I say, I say, now this has long been my theory. I say that that look was the look that one gives. That is the look that one gives when one is about to go and pretend to play the piano while the entire time thinking, how can I outdo my sister in law? So some people, I think that this photo was smuggled, but instead of actually looking at a song sheet, she was actually reading headlines about her sister-in-law and playing the same three notes over and over again. So while she was sitting there trying to make chopsticks sound like it was actually Chopin or something, we all know that she was thinking about her sister-in-law. Now, the big thing that happened that nobody was talking about, see how tight she is with the papers? This playing, this recital, or whatever you want to call it, when she played those three notes, some people say that there was another piano involved. Other people are saying that there was actually, this was recorded on a different occasion, and that she merely put on the same outfit and sat in the Westminster Abbey and recorded this little childlike tune with some artist, some homeless guy or whatever he was. Um, and then they dubbed it into that show that was called A Christmas Carol. So all of this was so fake, and the tabloids said nothing about it. Could you imagine if the Duchess of Sussex would have pulled such a prank or ploy or a ruse? And right there, you can see in the photo, she's telling William, I'm going to sit at the piano and I'm going to pretend to play. See, I'm going to just hold my hands up like this, and everybody's going to think I'm actually playing. Clever, right? And William, of course, totally not impressed. Again, the body language says it all. It's that body language. Let me see. Oh, what is that? Okay, let me see here. And then you have this William almost having a fit because she's touching him. Don't you know by now that if you're not a black man, if you're not sleeping rough like a black man, that you ought not touch him? William only responds to the touch of a black man sleeping rough on the street with him. You all remember he slept rough with a black man. William, who once slept rough with a black man, it says right there in that article, it says, William reminds us that he once slept rough with a black man, and that should prove he's not racist. That's what the black man said. I once slept rough with him. He's not racist. So it's amazing how he responds to the touch of others. Like, for instance, here you can see how she's leaning in, he's leaning away. She leans in. Even that trip to Ireland where she wore that ugly green dress, see how he's kind of leaning away from her? That is very typical that he leans away. That body language says that they're not close. And look at that. Look at how he's clawing at Mike Tyndall's back. Like he's going to just crawl up his torso. He's literally clawing at Mike Tyndall's back. What is he going through that he needs to whisper in Mike Tyndall's ear and claw at his back. Now he must be troubled. There's something wrong. My expertise in body language says he's in trouble. See how he's clawing at Mike Tyndall's back? Like, please don't leave me. Please don't go. Oh, that is bizarre, isn't it? Yes, he's obviously going through something. See how he's just scraping and clawing at that muscular, well-defined back. I was shocked. Obviously, obviously William was feeling a certain way, and anyway, there was this strong masculine presence in his life that's been lacking. I mean, after all, his father is Charles, and he responded to it the only way he knew how, and that was to pull him close and claw at his back. Oh well. I mean, his nails are digging into his back. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's okay. It's a good thing when a man is able to express himself. And that's all. He's just expressing himself. There's nothing nefarious going on. That nervous grin that you see Zara the tongue ring Tyndall has really means nothing. I'm sure William is secure in his masculinity, whether it's sleeping rough with a black man or whether it's clawing at Mike Tyndall's back. I'm sure he is secure in his sexuality. And then, of course, there's this body language. Why does one wear something that is supposed to I had to catch myself. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, but I would love to see that jacket on someone else because I'm sure that that jacket is supposed to do something that it's not doing right now. But yet she put it on anyway. She put it on anyway. I would love to see what the designer's intention was with that jacket because whatever it is, he didn't intend for her to wear it. You know, William's jacket has more lift to it than hers does. So, oh man. But yeah, what a bizarre outfit. I don't know. I don't know what you know how you think something is going to go a certain way and it doesn't. That's one of those times when you think something is going to go a certain way and it just don't. And then here, it's that mouth thing. Both of them don't seem to know what to do with their mouth. William always has this weird pucker, and then Kate, her mouth is always going every which direction. Now, as a body language expert, which I am not, but I do dabble in it. As a body language expert, I would say that that means that there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension. William is feeling tense because the lady behind him seems to exude more testosterone than he does. And Kate is feeling a lot of tension because, well, that's Kate, and she's out in public and people are looking at her and she just don't know what to do with her mouth. So and so again, she's leaning in on him. And then there's those fits of laughter. Those fits of laughter. Now, see, the bad thing about that is that sometimes when she laughs, her face is smooth. Other times when she laughs, okay. And so I think that that may be one of the reasons why she's insecure is because there has been some speculations about her face, and for legal reasons, I can't say what those speculations are, but it's just interesting that one time you laugh and your face kind of looks like a Shar and then other times you laugh and is very smooth and supple. Interesting, isn't it? I'd say so. And then here you can see the once the veil lets slip, when she lets slip the veil, you can see the real Kate. You see there? Um, a very seemingly icy figure, if there ever has been one. I think we underestimate exactly how frigid her demeanor is. You see that? Ice. Her veins run with ice. And I was just thinking the other day, um, Angela M64, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. V, I was listening to you last night. Great show you had yesterday. I was listening to you last night. Um, so you can see that there's a certain frigid nature there. I'll show you some more soon, but when you let slip the veil, when she doesn't think that the camera is actually noticing her, and then sometimes she glances up at the camera and sees, oh, rats, I've been made. Like, for instance, when William went to India, he was overcome with emotion while standing in front of the Taj Mahal, thinking about his mother, the one that he threw under the bus with that speech accusing Martin Bashir of being the reason why the relationship with his parents went into such a downward spiral, which of course we know is not true. Somebody prepared that speech, probably someone from the tabloids, and he read it. Uh, and so here he seems to be overcome with emotion. And I wonder if that's because he threw his mother under the bus or knew that he was about to throw her under the bus, figuratively speaking, of course. And look at Kate's reaction. Look at Kate's reaction. Is she anguished? Is she troubled? Does she even register what's going on? Where is she right now? She's looking at him as though he's not even human. Now, of course, I don't know how close they are in their relationship. Who am I? I'm just a body language expert. But it is rather strange. Her reaction to him seems to be almost non existent, as though this is just someone she's sitting next to on the bus that has inconvenienced her morning commute by breaking into tears over his dead mother. Strange. I must say it's strange. But Kate's only mission that day was to cosplay a person of Indian descent by wearing that rather interesting pattern on her dress. That seems to be it. So, Miss V, uh, okay. And then there's this. Take a look on the left. The many times when there was supposed to be loving glances. And then let's not forget the jubbly. Look at the jubbly. The jubbly is a lesson in how not close they are. Now, at this point, the queen is absent because obviously she is gravely ill, and they don't announce it to the world that the queen is suffering from likely suffering from a heart disease of some sort, I believe, as some expert doctors have said, examining the situation. And so everybody knows that the queen is, well, not everybody, but obviously she was getting close to the end. It wasn't just problems with mobility, she was in the home stretch. And they could not be further apart. One would think that that would make them closer, but instead they were miles apart at that point and everything up to that point. And if you look at William there, I mean, this was quite a day. This was quite a day. Kate was obsessing about the Sussexes. We all remember that glance. And William did that little deadpan look at the camera like, get me out of here. He's looking down at his shoes. They're doing everything but looking at each other. And then what about when William looks over his shoulder and walks out without her? What was going on that day? He glances over his shoulder and he's like, I'm up. I'm up. But yet, but yet, everybody else on that occasion was holding hands. And I'll show you. There is Beatrice and Eugenie holding hands with their husband. There's Bojo. There's the former, what's his name? The prime minister, Harry and Meghan, the mayor Siddiqui and his wife, or Sadiq, whatever. And there's the Tyndalls. There's everybody. There's Tony Blair. And look at the Cambridges. And even Charles and Camilla held hands that day. Even Charles and Camilla. So you can't argue protocol. Why is he walking ahead of her? Strange, isn't it? But yet, all over social media, they keep trying to prove that there is this great connection all of a sudden, even on the balcony. And that energy is being transferred, as you can see. That energy has transferred. The only person on the balcony that was smiling was the queen. The person who is, dare I say it, near death was the only one smiling. Jealous, jealous of their happiness. And of course, this famous thing like, let me kiss your ear. I want to kiss your ear. Remember that? They were trying to relive that scene at the polo match with Harry and Meghan, and it backfired epically. Everybody could only think of Charles and Diana's kiss at the polo match, one of the first indications that things were not going well. See that? Diana's like, nope. Mm-mm. I know where that mouth has been. And same thing with Kate. I know where that mouth has been. So she turns away. She turns away. Very awkward. I mean, it looks like some kind of wrestling move. If she would have flipped him and put her knee on his chest, I wouldn't have been surprised. I mean, it looks like they're wrestling. And also Kate's arms are all bulked up. Mama's been hitting the gym. She's been hitting the gym because she is obviously feeling grossly insecure over her circumstances. And I mean, pound per square inch, her arms are just as big as his. You see that? She's been lifting weight. I wonder what she could dry lift. I bet she could dry lift a couch if she had to. No wonder. It's almost like she's taking testosterone or something. But she has been working out. If you guys remember her at the premiere of the Tom Cruise movie, she looked quite athletic. As a matter of fact, I couldn't tell which was Tom Cruise and which was Kate when they walked in. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Tom Cruise has gone sleeveless. And then there's all of the photoshopping, the filters. This was in the rainforest of the Caribbean. Notice how on the left side there's that very dewy appearance. And yet on the right side, when they forgot to turn on the filter, this picture was taken at the same time. This is the same occasion. Hey, Rohini. And if you take a look there, like I said, every so often on the left, let's slip the veil. And then there on the right side, you can see the middle and right photo. This is when she had to get out of that seat. I think it was at Wimbledon, and there she is standing in front of the crowd. And look at her; she don't know what to do with those hands because that's that nervous tick. That's that nervous tick. She's very nervous in front of the crowd. They want to make you believe, and look at her arms. Look at how muscular her arms are. I don't know why she's been hitting the weights, but she has been hitting the weights. And then this famous occasion, I don't know what she was angry about, but this day she was you they could not contain it. They could not hide it that day. She is furious about something. William is nervous because and if you also notice here, you can see that there her arms are not as muscular. Even just the little bit that you can see, her arms are not as muscular as it is on other photos. As a matter of fact, she's actually heavier in these photos. She's lost a lot of weight. But that weight loss is another indication that there is trouble. I don't know why I always laugh. I don't know why I always laugh when I look at this photo. Every time I look at this photo, the only thing I can think of is the caption disturbed. She does look disturbed. I mean, she looks like she is about to lose it. Poor thing. She is just a lesson of contradictions when it comes to her position and her appearance. But this one right here, I keep thinking. Yesterday I mentioned Pat Benatar, "Love Is a Battlefield." Now this for sure looks like an extra from that music video. "Love is a battlefield." That reminds me of "Love Is a Battlefield." Um, it reminds me of the streets, of living a hard life on the streets. You know, I don't know. It's just something about that look. Again, if I were a real body language expert, I would say that there is a certain mixture of satisfaction because perhaps she's done something to someone, allegedly done something to someone to drive them out of Narnia. And then there's also a feeling of glee. I mean, there is something going on there. Again, every so often we let slip the veil, and it is a very coy, very disturbed look. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I don't know what to make of that face. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, is there is there a bottle of old granddad in her purse? Or is this just, I don't know. It's very weird. And again, the mouth and the hands. What to do with my hands, what to do with my mouth. She doesn't know. That represents tension. There's a lot of tension there. And then, of course, boots were licked. If you remember that trip to Denmark, I'm pretty sure Crown Princess Mary remembers that trip. No one holds the Duchess of Cambridge in greater esteem than the male. While visiting Denmark, she showed exactly why she enthusiastically chopped logs and took a woodland ramble that is, which is a hike, with kindergarten pupils as part of her crusade to give children a better start in life. Always smiling, never stuffy, relishing duty, Kate is the perfect ambassador, a powerful force for good, and a credit to the country. Okay, now let's unpack this. When Omid Scobie saw that in the papers, his response was boots were licked. In other words, they were kissing up to the Cambridges. In the background, you can see Crown Princess Mary, who at this point is probably so over this visit. Nobody knows why she showed up, but they announced that they made a big fuss about this is going to be Kate's first solo engagement. She's 40, what, 41 now? 40 years old. She's been hanging around that family for over 20 years. And yet it took until age 40 for her to make her first foreign trip without William. Her first foreign trip without William. Now, Ford Fiesta is down in the Congo or Rwanda or someplace by herself. She went to New York by herself, but yet poor, shy, insecure, overly anxious Kate just goes a short train ride away, but of course she flew private, to Denmark with the Queen's cousin, and she seems to be out of it. And poor Crown Princess Mary is somehow thrown together with someone who, and don't forget later on, and I think it has something to do with this trip. I'm just saying, I don't know it to be true, but I think it had something to do with this trip because if you remember, Crown Princess Mary was invited and then uninvited to the reception. And so, as a response, she didn't go to the funeral. Wait a minute, she wasn't invited to the funeral. She wasn't invited. She was invited and uninvited to the reception and the funeral. Now, right here, you can see Kate. There's that mouth thing. There's Crown Princess Mary, who's trying to distance herself from Kate. And there is the Queen of Denmark, who, at this point, if I recall, she had to tell Kate, stand here. Kate was all over the place. And as you can see, look at the hands. Look at the hands. Look at Crown Princess Mary's hand, which, by the way, you guys, Crown Princess Mary is over 10 years older than Kate. And look at the Queen and look at Kate. Kate is standing there like some type of figurine or something with those nervous, twitchy hands again. She don't know where to put those hands. She don't know what to do with her mouth because she's among two very well-educated, powerful women. She is with two very well-educated, powerful women. Um, the Queen of Denmark does more during her downtime than most of the senior royals today are doing combined. And then Crown Princess Mary, who had a life before she married into that family, more than up to the task of being queen. And look at Kate. Kate shouldn't even be there. She shouldn't even be there. Yeah, is look at her hands. That's the tension from being someplace where you don't fit in. They sent her on this trip to try to demonstrate to us that she's ready to be queen. Is she? Is she really ready? Think about, okay, whatever you think about Queen Elizabeth, just think of what Queen Elizabeth was required to do at age 25 and look at a 40-year-old Kate wishing she could melt into the carpet because she's so out of place. And poor Crown Princess Mary, look at the face of the Danish, well, wait a minute, let me see there. I think they called her queen. Oh, let me see. Let me pull that down so I can see what it says. Oh, Lord, I can't see that. Oh, yeah, face of Danish queen looking at hyena laughter. Ouch. Well, she's not the Queen of Denmark, but she's actually the crown princess. But Princess Mary is looking like, what in the world? What is wrong with this chick? And then there on the left side, you can see, why is she walking in front of Mary? Mary is higher than her in rank. She should follow protocol and walk a step behind Mary, or at least walk alongside her. She is so rude. Well, when it comes to rank, look at it like this. Crown Princess Mary at the time is the equivalent of the Princess of Wales. Kate is only now Princess of Wales. They should have walked alongside each other, but instead, Kate is leading her as though she is at home with a bunch of people to kiss her behind. That's not supposed to happen. It's no wonder that Crown Princess Mary could not wait to see the back of her. Although if she would have saw the back of her, you know what she would have saw? A bunch of hair extensions. Oh, Lord. She just didn't know where she was supposed to go or what she was supposed to do. Poor thing was all over the place. Oh, thank you so much, Iris Wood. I do believe that this is my calling to be a body language expert. And so henceforth, I am going to make sure uh, thank you, Agent Burrow. I want to make sure that I call them out when I see these inconsistencies. I am really concerned about little Louis. They have not brought him out since the Jubilee. I wonder if that 30, 60 to 90 days is Louis's punishment. Oh, oh, by the way, VS, yesterday you had said something. You had a really great show yesterday. It was so informative, and oh my god, I can't remember. Oh, it was something about the rules or protocol or something like that that I didn't know about. And anyway, oh gosh, if it comes back to me, but yeah, great job yesterday. All right, British media, invisible contract versus Danish media, no invisible contract. Well, the Danish media were frustrated because they were not really allowed to talk to Kate. And so I'm not saying it was a punishment, but if you notice, the Danish media didn't bother to switch on any type of filters, and they gave you unfiltered Kate. Also, I don't think that the Danish media really cotton too well. This is why she doesn't go places by herself, because if she does, then people are going to talk to her, and the British tabloid media have been protecting her. So that in Buckingham Palace, they want you to. I mean, she's an ambassador to the UK, but she's not allowed to talk to people. It's really strange that they have this expectation, but okay. And then there's that. Um, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. There's a story there. I won't even speculate. But there has been said that um, something happened, and maybe that's why from time to time we didn't see her so much. But something happened. I think somebody was trying to improve something or whatever, but I dare not say, but something happened. And I think we were trying to go for a look and it backfired. Now, the thing about those looks is this, is that if something doesn't go right when you're trying to um, do something, that muscles in one part of your body become stronger while the other muscles are kind of lying dormant. Got what I'm saying? And so Uh, yeah. So, hmm, um, I guess the results, Pablo Picasso. It almost is giving me very much a Picasso. It is very Picasso. Baron, there are rules for everything. I remember seeing a picture of Diana showing respect to the Emperor and Empress of Japan by lowering her head and bowing to them. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just I think that during that trip to Denmark, something happened, and so one might assume that a retaliation was afoot recently. Okay. But in the future, now see, let me tell you what I think was going on here. And this is just my opinion. I don't know this to be true. This is just my opinion. But I think that there is a camaraderie and a sisterhood between Beatrice and Marguerite of Denmark, Beatrice of the Netherlands, Marguerite of Denmark, and of course, Elizabeth of England or the UK. So there was a camaraderie between the three queens. And I believe that they're hoping that a friendship may have been struck between Crown Princess Mary and the now Princess of Wales, which is the equivalent of Crown Princess. In other countries, they call it the Crown Princess. And for principalities where they are ruled by a prince and not a king, they call them a Crown Princess also when they're next in line to reign with the ruler or the sovereign. And so here, I think they were hoping that the mean girl who has no real girlfriends, who doesn't seem to have friends for that matter, all of a sudden she was supposed to hit it off with Crown Princess Mary, and I think it just didn't happen. I think that it didn't happen. So why is Kate walking alongside the Queen of Denmark instead of back there next to Queen Mary? You see what I mean? That is a breach of protocol. That shouldn't have happened. I believe that the Queen should have been walking by herself on this formal event. And somehow you could see Mary back there wringing her hands in despair, wondering what is going on. She's not, you know what I mean? It's strange. And so, what was she there for? Why did she go to Denmark to chop wood, to walk in forests with children? We saw her on a in a romper room like situation on the sliding board. And then there was this bizarre photo op where the queen had to tell her, "Look, dummy, stand here." What was the whole point of that trip? I'm pretty sure they're all still wondering, and why did she come? Phyllis, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, the body language expert. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. But why is she there? What is the point of it? Thank you, Lydia. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. It does help out a lot, and it is greatly appreciated. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I won't say the name. I'll just give the initials, DR, but greatly appreciated. And thank you so much for being so supportive to Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. But yes, I'm just you see what I mean? And look at her hand, look at her face like, ugh, ugh! Ugh! She's so frustrated that this person is here. I mean, usually Crown Princess Mary is the very model of cool, calm, and collective. She never puts a foot wrong. As a matter of fact, her mother in law, Queen Marguerite, always says that I have a warm relationship with the crown princess and that the people of Denmark are in good hands, right? So her son and her daughter in law are going to take the throne and they're in good hands. But you never heard the Queen say anything about Kate. As a matter of fact, the Queen and Kate never really hung out together. You would think that the Queen wanted to train Kate or to guide her in, her role, but that just never happened. Kate seemed to avoid any contact with the Queen. You never saw the two of them in the state Bentley. I think maybe on two occasions they were together, but not so much, which is probably why people got so out of joint when the Queen and Meghan went on that train trip. I think that Meghan and the Queen, for what it's worth, had a very strong relationship, and that bothered people because they probably had this idea that Meghan would be riding along with the Queen in the state Bentley, right? And that would have been too much. So, thank you, Denmark, for keeping it real. And whatever's going on here, I know not. Uh, woo, you know what? Sometimes they sneak up on you. I done knocked my bottle of water over. Sometimes these pictures kind of sneak up on you, don't they? You be sitting up there minding your business. Next thing you know, I hit the arrow and boom, here it come. They kind of sneak up on you. Ooh, that was delicious. Ah, I had to drink some water. But yeah, they kind of sneak up on you. Now, the photo on the right, Tisha tells, hello, my little tattletales. Tisha tells of Tisha tells. She did a body language thing about the photo on the right, which is what inspired me to become a body language expert. Because if there's two things I can do is, hello, my little tattletales, and I could also be a body language expert. So, hello, my little tattletales, and now I'm a body language expert. If Tisha could do it, I could do it too. Um, so today's Royal Sussex is, I guess, to contribute to that. So I want to continue the conversation. So yes, something happened. I know not, but as you know what? I would love for one of those like plastic surgery doctors to describe what's going on. Not to say that anything has been done. I'm going to caution and say I don't know that anything has been done, but I'll say this much. Some of those plastic surgeons that comment on different people, they know all about the structure of the face, the muscles, all of the tissue and everything that makes up the human face. And if there is something askew, if there is something askew, then they would know exactly what it is. I'm just saying. Uh, now these two, Celibici, they always seem to find the best photos to share, and these are two of their faves. And so, because Celibici likes it, I love it. But as you can see there, um, I don't have anything to add to that. uh, now, again, there are occasions when they forget to filter the photos. They simply forget to filter the photos. And so at those places, you get the unadulterated, unedited Kate. You get the full jazz hands. And um, they say the camera doesn't lie. Now, to be fair to Kate, when they went to that thing for the movie, there was a lot of overhead lighting. And I tell you, um, any performer will tell you that overhead lighting is not your friend. Remember in that movie, To Wong Fu, Thank You Very Much for Everything, Julie Newmar, and the way they went to that little country inn and they were like, get the light, get the light. And the girl had to jump to pull that cord to get that overhead light off. And then finally, as they did their redecorating of the room, they threw that scarf over the light to soften up their appearances. So um, I guess I'm trying to say that some of this may be due to the overhead lighting, and then some of it may be the fact that they did not filter the photos. That's all I'm saying is that the photos are unfiltered. Leg says the blue outfit picture was I mean has a chicken run vibe. Oh, thank you, Lex, for the super chat, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Okay. Again, don't know what to do with her mouth. On the left side, look at those hair extensions. Is it really a case of more is better or what? And then on the right hand side, you can see puh, puh, more hair, puh, extensions, puh, puh, puh. Oh Lord, puh. And then here, airbrushed, not airbrushed. Well, on the left side, now I got to tell you about these photos. The one on the left side, airbrushed or not, she looks disturbed. But the one on the right side, now I, for some reason, saved that photo on the left. And then the next day, they ran another story from the same event. And it wasn't that I was trying to be shady, but I saved that photo from the first day. And I said, wait a minute. When I looked at the photo, I said, they changed it. They changed the photo. And so in the interest of, the public, I wanted to make sure that we shared, the situation with the greater public. So I, saved it and shared it. That's all. No shade. It's just something I probably would have done anyway. And then here, oh, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Lydia says, Baron, please share the Lauren Brown has a Sussex premiere at 12 noon on. Oh, so that's tomorrow. We'll add link in chat shortly. Yes, we'll do. Oh, she yesterday. I still got to look at that email. Okay. Okay. She sent me an email and I have to look at it. So I got it, Lydia. Thank you so much and thank you for being so helpful. I will look at it. I do have an email and I will remind myself somehow to look at it. Oh man, I'm so sorry, you guys, about the emails that ugh. But to be fair, sometimes even Lydia, even Lydia has trouble getting a hold of me. So I'm a baby boomer. Okay. She knows what to do with her mouth. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, and that's it. That's it, you guys. That's it. So I have established that there is a body language issue going on here. Some of it may be 30, 60 to 90 days issue, and some of it may have been an attempt to enhance one's appearance. But take a look on the left side there. You can see how that's at that Tom Cruise event, right? Airbrush, wait, not airbrushed and then airbrushed. And look at the bottom. The shape is rather, straight up and down. But then the next photo is like pippity pow, pippity pow. How did that happen? How did that happen? Unless there were, oh, now wait a minute. I just noticed that. Guys, I've been sitting here saying that there was overhead lighting, right? I'm looking at that photo now. Do you see that? They have lights, footlights rather. They have lights right there on the floor. They have lights right there on the floor. So it's not an issue of overhead lighting. There was light hitting that mug from every which direction. I mean, hitting that face from every which direction. So it wasn't that's interesting. Well, go figure, you guys. Go figure. I think that they have been, well, we all know that the tabloids have been softening up her appearance just for the good photos because of the quote unquote invisible contract. Sacrifice your brother and sister-in-law, great photos, and of course, Kit Club photo stories. So possibly, allegedly, likely. All right, you guys. So that was the end of my body language expert. Let me know how you think I was with my body language. Did I offer good analysis of the images of the um, Duchess of Cambridge, now the Princess of Wales? And do you think I was unfair? Derangers, feel free to comment. But if you thought I was being unfair, let me know because I care. I care about this disturbed individual. uh, but I really do care. And my heart goes out to her. And of course, I will bestow all of the respect due to the new Princess of Wales anytime. Ew, gosh, I almost choked. But yes, congratulations on her new role, on her new extensions of that hair color that does not exist in nature. Congratulations. Um, it couldn't have happened to a. Oh, I gotta stop. I just felt something coming up the back of my throat. Anyway, I don't know why I'm thinking about the Manson family right now. What is making me think Manson family? Can somebody tell me why am I thinking about the Manson family? Why do I look at some of these photos and all I think is Manson? That is so weird. How awkward is that that I look and I think Manson? Oh, I don't know, you guys. Maybe I'm getting too old for this. Uh, maybe I should um, do something else. I don't know. Maybe body language expert is not my forte, and I don't even know what forte means. So, but maybe it's just not for me. Where's Charlotte? What does forte mean? That sounds like something French. Charlotte, Mademoiselle Charlotte, say what? Trey forte. What does that mean? Forte. Help me out. Because I don't know what a forte is, but I always hear people say that's not my forte. And I would Google it, but I can't spell it either. So forte. That's not my forte. What is forte? Let me see. Forte, not not your strong suit. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I need to. Okay, let me see. Catherine Williams, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching my first ever body language analysis. And happy Sunday to you. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex. And oh, Lauren, there you are. Thanks, Baron. Monday, 12 Eastern on my channel. Okay, I'm going to get the link for that soon, I think, from either you or Lydia. And oh, by the way, thank you for being here. Thanks for the super chat. And we will tune in to your channel. Okay. And what else do we have here? Oh, well, thank you so much. Feel good, Baron. Your analysis was about a well substantiated as the Meghan body language expert. These are some interesting opinions for sure. Yes, well, thank you so much. I just and they are only my opinions. So when say I think Manson family is just loosely based on appearances. Not any indication that there's anything like that inside of her. As I say discreetly. Okay, so with that, I am done, you guys. That is the end of my first round of body language analysis. Anastasia, hi Anastasia. She also dumped her regular friends and started hanging out with high rich society students just to meet William. Oh, really? Now, I heard that they referred to her and her sister as the Wisteria sisters because just like a vine, they went crawling up, the thing. So that is why they referred to her as the Wisteria sisters. Okay, got it. Let me go over here to the let me see. Let me see. Okay. Uh, I'm looking at my other screen. All right. Oh, I got to scroll back for it. All right. I got it. There we go. Nope. Nope. I want to pin it to the top of the chat. Let me see. How come I can't find it? Okay. Maybe I need to go back further. No. Let me try this. Lydia, I'm not seeing it over here on my other screen. Oh, there it is. Got it. There we go. All right, got it. It is at the link for the new channel is at the top of your screen. Remember, it premieres tomorrow. And if you guys remember, senior moment. There we go. If you guys remember, Lauren Brown was on the live chat, the last live chat I had. So as you can see, she has a channel that is up and running. So you guys make sure you go and check it out. That will be tomorrow. Now, noon for you might be what time for us? I'm in the Midwest. So, but anyway, you'll see the thing for it. So you can click onto the notifications. There you go. You can click to be notified. All right. So I will be looking for some last comments, and then at that point, um, oh, by the way, you guys, I did a little project yesterday where I put together some photos from Seville, my trip to Seville. Well, should I say Seville or Seville, Spain. And so sometimes you guys ask me, well, Baron, we would love to see some of your vacation photos. And so I did put some together. So I flirted with the idea of sharing them today, but I really wanted to share them last night. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that another day, but they're all set to go. So whenever that does happen, um, we can see my visions of Spain. But it is quite beautiful. So maybe would you guys want me to come back later, perhaps, and do it, like maybe in about 4 or 5 hours? Let me know in the comments right now if you guys want me to come back later with my images of Spain. I didn't want to mix it with the regular live stream, but it will be a live stream, and it is my images of Spain. So would you got that would be nice, you say? Okay. And okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Caroline just joined uh Lauren Brown. Very good. All right, Lauren, the pressure is on. We're gonna be watching you. No pressure, but we're gonna be watching you. The squaddies are gonna be watching, so we'll be there, and we're gonna be watching you. All our little tired baby boomer bloodshot eyes are gonna be watching you. No pressure. Old people, I mean. Old people, I mean, we're gonna be watching you. I'm gonna have my little bloodshot eyes, and I'm gonna put my teeth in and everything. So we're gonna be watching you. Dina Cardoza, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I was trying my best. I just wanted to make sure I was able to shed some light on the new Prince and Princess of Wales, because they have a rough job, and I'm hoping that these critiques will help them in their job. Like maybe it'll help her to stop doing that thing with her hands and her mouth and stuff, and maybe William will stop looking like he's, you know, permanently incandescent. I'm just trying to help them. It's all constructive. On Did I say constructive or destructive? Anyway, it's all constructive citizen, not cynicism, cynicism. No, constructive criticism. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's all con- contemptible. No, wait, that's the wrong word. It's all no, it's not contempt. It's constructive. Constructive. What is the word I'm looking? Oh, criticism. Yes, it's all disruptive criticism. Constructive cynicism. Right. It Long as it hits the target, that's the point. Long as it hits the target, that's all I care about, is in the interest of fair play that we are able to assess the behaviors forthwith, henceforth. If we can identify a pattern of behaviors such as the twitchy mouth and the weird fingers and stuff, that will help them because it will identify a certain spectrum of the behavioral scale. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't do any worse. I know that for sure. So I tell you what, I am going to find one of those correspondent courses and get some paperwork to back up my credentials so that I can find myself in the pages of one of those papers giving my assessment about that weird tick and stuff. Okay. So Dina Cardosa, thank you so much. Dina, I was thinking about you because you said that you were from Lisbon, right? And I do have some photos from Lisbon. So let's see how Seville goes. And then maybe next time I will do Lisbon, huh? Lisboa? Lisboa? Yes, maybe next time. As a matter of fact, why don't I combine Lisboa and uh what is it? Portal? What if I combine the two of those together? Well, you know what? I may have too many photos to do that. So yes, I will come back later with my Seville photos, and I will describe some of the amazing things that I was able to see. And so if you guys see me pop back later, that's what it's about. And if you're not into the travel stuff, it'll probably just be a handful of us. But it doesn't matter. We will talk it out, and I will give you some of my ideas about how to travel safe and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. Thank you so much, Dina. Thank you for being a member and for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go and thank you. Last word of the day from someone. Last word of the day. Let me see. What? You've never been on a plane? Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I have some relatives that didn't travel until later in life, or didn't go on a plane, should I say, until later in life. And then I even have a few that didn't drive a car for a long time. So, um, when it happens, it happens, but there's no rule to the order of these things. But if you choose to do that, I will be glad to give you some advice from my travel experience. But yeah, and most places I usually travel by myself because it's just so much easier for me to do things without the long conversation about where and when and what and this and that and should we go. And I like to just keep moving. So that would, it's just easier for me, but that's not for everyone either. So, okay. I know Church Nelly will be there for my travel tales. Okay. All right. See you guys. Thank you so much. And I think, let me see, is 4:20 my time? I think Sherry and Sade is on in 10 minutes. Right? I think Sherry and Sade is on in 10 minutes. So, thank you for clicking on my program. Wait, no. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Yes, that's Sherry and Sade. Okay, I think she's on in like 10 minutes. All right, you guys, I will see you. And the last word of the day is, I like that. Consider yourself one of the family. Oh, thank you, Kim Peaches. I love that. That's great. That closes us out today. So thank you so much for that. And also, don't forget, it is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And of course, our faves that made the Sussexes possible, our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and our Queen of Everything, Doria, Queen Doria. And off to the Ginger Avenger. Bye, all. Okay. No, stand over here, dummy. Oh Lord. I'm just kidding. That's not what Marguerite said, but I'm sure that's what she was thinking. Anyway, I don't think she'll go back to Denmark anytime soon, especially after they invited and uninvited and then invited her again. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like anyway, it's going to be interesting to see those two. I know that the one on the left will be very professional no matter what, but the mean girl, if I was her, I'd keep my extensions in the UK. I'm just saying, I'd keep my extensions in the UK. Oh, thank you, Lydia. Thank you. And thank you for being so helpful, Lydia. You have been amazing as always, um, helping to steer and and inform and such because alone I'm it's a different result. I'll just say that. So it's the reason why people go to Lydia because as you know, Baron sometimes is all over the place. But I think the nicest thing that anyone has said to me was, Baron, if you were more organized, we wouldn't be as interested. I'm like, oh, you mean I can just be myself? Seriously? I could just be myself? Okay. All right, I could do that. I could I could just keep doing me. All right. Okay. Oh man. So, yes. That is that. There's room for all of us in this world. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I tell you guys, I have been a work in progress. I have only in the past 8 months, here's a little heart to heart. In the past 8 months, it wasn't that I had bad credit. I didn't have any credit. So I finally established credit so I can be like a real, adult. And I finally established credit, something that I hadn't had for a long time. I just it seemed like too much work, but I'm trying to be, you know, more responsible. So I finally, fixed that. And wow, I had got my score way up there because it was like there was nothing really holding me back except for I just didn't have any. So we'll see how it goes. And so I'm very proud of that. I finally am like a real adult with good credit. So that's an accomplishment. Um, some of you guys can relate to that, I'm sure. It was an accomplishment, and so now, just like the rest of America, my mailbox is full of the actual physical mailbox is full of offers for this card and that card. Of course, I dismiss them, but I feel so part of it all. You know what I mean? I feel so I feel so included. Like Citibank, go to hell. Chase, as if. I feel so part of it. I get to like turn them down. I feel like the pretty girl for once in my life. So, hey, I just met you. So here's my number. So call me maybe. Oh man, you guys just don't know. Somewhere trapped inside of me is a very insecure teenage Caucasian girl just dying to get out. Hey, I just met you. All right. I'm being silly now. I'm gonna go. And hopefully I will see you guys later on my trip to Seville. and then we'll see how that goes. And then from there, perhaps Porto and Lisbon is next, or Barcelona. But the reason why I really want to do this, guys, is because I know some of you all have been itching to go to the UK, and now some of you all have fallen out of love with the idea of traveling to the UK. But there are alternative places to go, and you'd have just as much fun. There's just as much to see. The language barrier is practically non-existent. As George Jefferson would say on the Jeffersons, if you got green, everybody speaks your language. And it's true. When you're spending money, it's all of a sudden, even the most provincial person takes on the air of, I don't know, Sir Laurence Olivier. Oh, they will quote Hamlet. They'll do anything to get that money from you. So if you got money, everybody speaks your language. And so just trust and believe. It's really not that difficult. It's a matter of just buy the ticket and go. That's my best advice to you, is buy the ticket and go. Okay, let me see. So right there, and taking pleasure in a bank pleading with me to open check account with them. Same bank who, okay, thank you, Clara Cadore. But yeah, I love that. I love that. They are after me. I am now the pretty one. I am the hot one in the room. I am the supermodel. I only have like Diet Coke and a Tic Tac for lunch. That's how beautiful I am to the lenders these days. And I just ignore them. I'm like, can't. I just can't. I just can't be bothered in my most erudite tone. I just can't. I just can't be bothered. No, I just can't be bothered. So, oh man. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. Thank you. Sherry and Sade is on. Oh, I got to hurry up and get over there so I can hear her say it. I want to hear her say it. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Where is she? Where is she? Oh, my Duke and I is on, right? Or she was on. Oh my goodness, I'm looking. My Duke and I was on. Terrellism was on today. Thriving with the Sussexes. What have I missed? No pedal. And is Anne still scheduled for a week from now? Cause last night I checked and she was scheduled. I hope she's okay, but she was scheduled for a week from now. Oh, excuse me. Let me find Sharon so I can. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Wait. Or is it for tomorrow? That is my new favorite thing. Oh, that's for tomorrow. Never mind. Never mind. That's for tomorrow. Ivy, yes, and Ivy was on. Thank you for clicking on my channel. You guys, she's so awesome. I love to hear her say that. Is she on now? Really? Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Wait. You said she was on? Is on. I don't see her. Oh, it says stream set. Oh my goodness, she was on 79 minutes ago? Oh, that was earlier. Oh, I thought she wasn't going to be on for a week. Because the last time I looked, it said a week. Okay. Is she well, she is still scheduled for the 28th. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So I missed that one. Just ended. Okay. All right, you guys. Yeah, I thought for sure. Oh, you know what? I didn't push the microphone away like I was already done. I pushed the microphone away. All right, you guys, that must be the cue for me to get the stepping. So, all right, you guys, I'm done, done, done. I am going to. Did we do? Yeah, we did Ginger Avenger, and so I just need to end broadcast. All right, you guys, thank you. Yes, yes. Okay, why don't I get that link? Why don't I? Oh my goodness. Well, guys, because we are not a monolith, none of us can be on the same schedule every day. I tried it, but it was difficult after a while. Oh, did you guys know Duchess of Impact was on yesterday? Did you guys know that Duchess of Impact was on? Okay, so my Duke and I, Anita is so beautiful. She's so pretty and so clever. I love her. Okay, let me do that, right? And then I go back, talk myself through this. I go back to me, and then when I get to me, I do this. All right, so my Duke and I, you guys can find it there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. Love you guys. I will see you guys later from Seville. I know it's going to be late for some people. So, Connie Balmer, please don't stay up late. You could just watch it tomorrow if you like. I worry about your sleep. So, appreciate you always being here. But um, if you could just watch it tomorrow. We're just going to talk about Seville, and I don't want to disrupt your sleep, but I'm always thinking about your sleep when I'm scheduling because I'm like, I don't want Connie Balmer to miss out on her sleep. Isn't that nice? But I do. I seriously think about that. So whenever I schedule, I'm like, is that going to disrupt Connie Balmer's sleep? That is very important to me. Sleep is very important. And you have to make sure that you're getting enough rest. It will help to sharpen your mental clarity. You will be less irritable. It's better off for your health. So that is something that we take for granted. And I know sometimes with work, it's not always possible to get a good night's sleep, but you really should because it will lower your blood pressure. Your body has a chance to rest and reset and all that kind of stuff. So please get as much sleep as possible. It is necessary for overall healthy body and healthy disposition. Um, a bad night's sleep can cause you to lose a friend or something like that. So very important. All right, you guys. Love you guys. And don't forget, it is October. All right, ending broadcasts.